Today I want you to shift your focus. Believe more in your strength than in your weaknesses. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Now I have a question. How often do you focus on what you lack rather than what you have? How many times have you told yourself, I'm not smart, I'm not strong enough, or I don't have what it takes? Today I want you to shift your focus. Believe more in your strength than in your weaknesses. In this video, we'll be discussing how to make this shift and turn your life around for the better. The Bible reminds us that God has placed strengths within us, even when we feel weak. Remember the story of Moses. He doubted himself, saying, I'm slow of speech and tongue, and I can't do this, I'm not a good leader, I can't do this. And God told him, who gave human beings their mouths? Now go, I will help you speak. Moses thought of his weakness, but God saw his strength. Gideon called himself the weakest in his family, but God called him a mighty warrior. David, he was just a shepherd boy, overlooked by his own family and friends and brothers. Yet, God saw a king inside him. If God has called you to something, He has also equipped you for it. So stop focusing on what you think you lack, because God sees your potential, not your limitation. I'll tell you a short story. There was a wise man. This wise man told his grandson, my grandson, inside each of us there are two wolves. One that represents fear, doubt and weakness, and another that represents confidence, courage and strength. These two wolves are constantly fighting and fighting. The boy asked, which wolf wins then? The old man smiled and said, the one you feed. So are you feeding your weaknesses or are you feeding your strengths? If you look into statistics, psychologists have found that people who focus on their strengths are 6 times more likely to be engaged in their work and 3 times more likely to have an excellent quality of life. There's another study that showed that when people work in their strength zones, they experience higher levels of energy, confidence, and greater success and very low stress. So weaknesses don't define you, your strengths do. You know Henry Ford? He said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Albert Einstein, I like his quote that goes like this: everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. The first time I heard this quote, I was blown away. It's so profound. Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you inferior without your consent. So now believe in your strength. Number 1, speak life over yourself. The tongue has the power of life and death. So speak power, no defeat. Number 2, stop comparing yourself. You are uniquely designed. Psalm 139:14 says, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Number 3, what you can do, use your strengths. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I count on God's power. I count on God's ability that working inside me. It's not about me. It's about the Lord. It's about Christ. So you are not your weaknesses. You are your strengths. God didn't create you to live in fear, self-doubt, or insecurity. He created you to be strong, bold, and victorious. He created you to represent Him in this world. So today I challenge you, believe more in your strengths than in your weaknesses. Just a little bit more. Feed the right wolf, trust in God, and step into your purpose.